Non.
Nom, nom,
Two
nom,
N's,
nom, nom.
two A's. Delicious.
Yes.
Faturday Omaha.
Eat this.
Hey, America.
Hey, we're Faturday Omaha.
Yeah,
Look,
we
we
are.
got a whole new intro.
Do we? Hey, America.
We're Faturday
We're
Omaha.
Faturday Omaha. That's weird. Let's not change it up now.
No.
40 casts deep or wherever we
Yeah,
are.
exactly. And otherwise, I mean, maybe when we get to 50 or something, we can have
Yeah,
like
let's do a new
sparklers.
shebang. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
pull out pop things and sparklers.
We could get
That's
a
the way
bunch
to
of
go.
visual things that people can't see.
I like it. Yeah.
Like, wow, these tigers behind us are amazing. You guys should see them.
And then we can use sound bits.
Yes, exactly. So,
All right.
so today was an evening Faturday type trip to the old markety areas of Omaha, the east side, if you will.
East side?
Yes, to the oven, which is
We just
Indian
went to an
food.
oven? That's really boring.
It was a very large oven that both of us could walk in.
Was there food in the oven?
There was food in the oven, strangely.
That's good. Okay, so we're 1 for 1.
Yes,
There's
yes.
food in the oven.
Food in the oven.
Let's go.
Yeah. So the oven is located in Lincoln, but it's also located in the Old Market in Omaha.
Do you have the information?
I do. The oven in the Old Market is located precisely at 1010 Howard Street, Omaha, Nebraska.
68102.
Thanks. So that was the live zip code phone with Chris, one of our perpetual Faturday partners, and we appreciate you pinch hitting on the zip code this week.
What happened there?
I don't know. It's wildness. So we traversed the snowy roads of Omaha tonight. The
Gross.
cold. Yeah, I'm tired of snow already. It's fine.
Just the one time. I'm tired of it.
yes. It's
Good for the season.
I sort of had to shovel today. I'm done.
You investigated this place, eh?
A little bit. A little bit.
Okay.
Enough that it's popped up on the radar for various reasons.
The fat dar.
Yes, it's a very. It's not a flat screen either. It's a globe.
It doesn't beep. It bloops.
Bloop.
Bloop.
That's fantastic.
Bloop.
So the decor of said place is pretty similar to, I think, most other old market locations.
Very
yeah?
trendy.
Yeah. It's
I made the remark of you wouldn't know this was an Indian place unless you were looking at the paintings and the frames.
yes.
You would be like, "Oh, I'm at some tequila bar eat place."
Yeah, I'm at an eat place in the old
Yeah,
market.
very much so.
Which is okay. I mean,
Is it like I technically,
actually,
factually, I prefer a place to have some good flair. I like to walk. Again, Chicana just kind of
So it broke it for you,
spoiled
buddy.
me. It spoiled me. They should have some flair there. I mean, the paintings are okay, a touch, but would you have noticed the paintings? I would have pointed them out.
No, because it's exactly as you would expect in the old market. The wood is painted black. They're brick walls, in this case, painted white. Here's the thing: it's a nice, classy looking place.
Yeah.
it's a date worthy spot, man.
Exactly.
You could make it as romantic as you'd like. The lighting is low, but not too low. But yeah, I understand what you're saying, especially after coming away from eating over at
Well,
Chicana, and they had carpeted booths with pillows. But then again, of all the places we've eaten at, that's probably the only place that's ever looked like that.
It's the only place that's been ensconced.
Yeah, it's true.
But again, maybe it's my personal preference, but I like to have a little bit of eatery flair, if you will, as opposed to a downtown flair.
I see. Yes, I am totally okay with it. In fact, I would have no problem bringing my lady here for date night.
I wouldn't either.
So
That's
for
a
sure.
fact.
Yeah, it fits that mold really nicely. But I see what you're saying. That I can see your perspective there.
More
I got you.
trendy as opposed to authentic.
I got you.
Does that make sense?
I got you. Yeah,
Okay.
it fits the old market vibe. And
Yes, it does.
There it is.
Very much so.
All right, so there's a spot, with the exception of there are, I don't know, what do you think, maybe 15, 20 tables in there, something like that?
On the main floor, no. I would say on the main floor is probably about 10 spots.
I think 10, and then however
And
many
then they had
upstairs.
that upstairs that we didn't really get to see.
We did not.
It's a really big staircase. I feel bad for wait staff who have to go up and down that.
With food?
Yeah, that's
oh,
gotta be
brother.
terrible.
For sure.
Which overlooks probably an awesome parking lot. Of some
Maybe
sort.
so. Yes.
So I probably guess there's probably another 15 spots up there. Maybe.
Yeah.
But very nice looking place.
Very much so. Very much so. So there you go. And just as Sam said, a few decorations on the wall towards the back of the restaurant. There's a small bar where it looks like they have many shelves of fine liqueurs, depending on what you want. So there you go. So that's the place.
Yeah.
So we ordered food.
We did.
We often say we order food because we order food often.
Well, that's what we do here.
It is kind of what we do.
We order food, and then we
then-
talk about the food.
We do indeed. So, should we get into some food?
I suppose this is like now we had what like a strategy here.
There was a little bit
Some
of strategy.
stratification.
There was
some stratospheres.
strategery.
Talk about it.
Yeah, so I did a little pre-reading on here, and on the appetizer menu area, they have a mixed appetizer that comes with a bunch of stuff. So it's made for 4 people, is what it is. But what's kind of cool is you can order a half mixed appetizer, which is for 2 people. And it's a decent price. It's $9, and so you get to try like 4 or 5 things here. It looks like 4, so I will give you the breakdown. The samosas, and I'm going to apologize to anybody that speaks Hindi or Tamil or whichever language these things are from. If I screwed up, I'm apologizing right now. Samosas, papadum, vegetable pakoras, chicken pakoras, and that's the 4 things that they had on there, but I swear we ended up with more than that on there. But that is what is described on the appetizer plate. So the rundown there is the samosas, where it's a deep fried turnover with vegetables, is what was on ours. The papadum was the crispy lentil wafers. The vegetable pakoras were the eggplant, cauliflower, and potatoes. So there's the more flat item. If you take a look at our social media, you'll see those on there. And the chicken pakoras, which is marinated chicken, dipped in spice batter and deep fried. So this thing came to our table, and I'll tell you, for half an appetizer, there was a lot of food on this plate.
I'd hate to see a full one.
Yeah.
I mean, would I hate it though?
You wouldn't hate it.
Probably wouldn't.
No. But, it's like, oh, here's your little appetizer. This is a sufficient appetizer. I have a feeling if you were eating with 3 people, normal people, you'd probably be okay here sharing this thing.
I would agree.
Yeah.
You could actually probably order this as a full meal if you were just to go that route.
Yeah,
She's like,
you
can I just get that half sample plate
Yeah.
for my food?
Just-
yeah, you could. Yeah, you could.
Just myself and break it down there. So what did you think about these tasty treats here?
Well, I'm going to need names of things. What was the chicken thing called?
So the chicken was the chicken pakora, was the marinated chicken, and it was deep fried, and so
Delicious.
I thought it was good too.
The crispy fried wrap on the outside was perfect.
Yes.
Not greasy, not soaked.
Oh,
not,
good point. It's not.
Not too fall apart. Just perfect.
Mm-hmm.
The chicken was spiced well. It was also moist.
Yes.
It was crunchy
Wait.
and moist.
Could it be?
Therefore, it was moist.
All right.
So
TM.
I really enjoyed that little chicken. What did you call it? The Indian
Chicken pakora.
The Indian chicken nugget.
I did call it the Indian chicken nugget because it's a big bite of chicken and it's battered and fried. So,
Facts.
yeah, I mean, give me a 20 piece of those and some yogurt dipping
real?
sauce, and we'll go. I'm gonna side with you there as well. It was not a small piece of chicken; it was a good morsel of chicken.
The morsel.
Yes, and it was nice because the chicken far exceeded the batter level, so it was a big piece of chicken with just enough batter to be
let you
around it.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't like doughy or anything. It was just like a chicken.
Perfect.
It was perfect. I thought these were tasty. The one thing that they didn't that isn't on this list, or maybe it's the 5th one, is they had the little mincemeat, little lamb meat pieces on here.
Yes.
That's not listed right on this list here.
Succulent little nibbles.
Yeah.
That's how I'm going to say that. Succulent little nibbles.
Yeah, I think they
They weren't quite morsels.
They were not. It wasn't quite to the morsel level.
Yeah.
A nibble for sure, and I think 5 little nibbles on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Almost, and the way it was cut, they were almost in a circle or a half moon. It might have just been how it curled up or something
Yeah.
along those lines.
Yeah.
So it had a hole straight through the middle almost.
Yeah.
It was
Juicy.
Yeah.
Seared correctly. Just a little bit of crunch on the outside. Just a little. I mean, if you wouldn't, if I wouldn't have told you it was there, you wouldn't notice. But if you have it now, you'd be like, yeah, I see it there.
I got it.
Juicy, just spiced deliciously.
Oh, so flavorful.
Yeah, those are great. You know what? I'm gonna upgrade those
Yeah?
nibbles
Oh, yeah?
to nuggets.
Okay.
Good little nuggets.
little nuggets. All right. Not quite a morsel, but a nugget.
Yeah, a little nugget of meat, and I wanted a bunch more of those, like popcorn.
Yeah?
I just wanted a bowl of those little meat nuggets.
We need a 20-piece of Indian nuggets and a bowl of meat nibbles.
Can I get the mixed nuggets?
The mixed nibbles. Yeah, and so I think there were 5 of the meat pieces on there.
Yeah,
or
because I
fried
said
the
I was like, I
lamb
already
beef.
had two, Dave. That one's yours. He's like, no, I had.
I
two.
had two. Yeah.
I was like, oh man, there's a odd man out here.
There's another.
So we did 2.5.
Yeah, we did because there was a good strategy on
delicious.
having a bunch of stuff there. So, all right. So those are those.
Let's talk about the weird thing on top.
Oh, we forgot about that. So there was a very thin lentil crisp on top. If you looked at it from 50 feet away, you might be like, somebody put a tortilla on top of my thing.
Put some naan on top of this.
Right. But it was super duper thin. You could see through it in a few places, and it had a little spice to it, and it was shatterable.
It was really odd. Like, I was going to eat it. I'm like, oh, this is going to be like pie crust, I think.
Uh-huh.
Then I picked it up. I'm like, holy, chocolate-covered fudgesicle. This is light.
Yeah.
Like paper thin light.
Yes.
But then super flaky. And, it had a pepper profile, would you say?
It was definitely seasoned, no question.
Yeah.
This is like a super cracker, or like at
Super cracker!
yeah. Sometimes at holidays they have this, what's it called, like a water cracker. They're those real thin.
I've never had a water
crackers.
cracker.
Oh, okay.
Can you make crackers out of water? This is new to me.
Apparently, you can. Just water. It's the only ingredient.
I need to Google that one. Water cracker.
So it's just this really super thin. Like, I tried to cut it in half, but you had to
couldn't.
shatter it in
Yeah,
half.
exactly.
Yeah. So it was like break cracker, eat appetizer.
Because it covered the whole appetizer plate.
It did.
It was huge.
It did. It was a good 8-inch wafer.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But I liked it. I ate it all.
All of it! Mine! I win at life!
What happened there?
Yeah.
So it was delicious.
For sure. That was very different and an interesting presentation out there by itself. It got me, I guess, visually interested right away. Like, what? Like, what is this?
I did too. Tell me about the cauliflower.
Yeah, so the cauliflower mixture there, I like those two. So again, a battered fry or mixture. And on those guys, so vegetable pakora was eggplant, cauliflower, and potatoes dipped in spicy lentil batter. So, I like these too. I think on one of them I got a little bit more vegetable firmness, and not firm like
Small
hard.
al dente.
Yeah, a little more al dente than the others, and definitely more than the vegetable samosa, of course, because that's kind of more of a mixture of things. So I thought these were good as well. You get a little bit of like a mint chutney or mint sauce that comes with this appetizer too. That was kind of fun as an available dipping sauce.
Mm-hmm. And it counteracted like every flavor well.
Yeah,
Because I think I tried it on everything. And I'm like, okay, let's do science. Let's eat it normal. And then let's dip. Let's eat it. Let's dip. Let's eat it. Let's dip. And it worked almost with everything. I'm like, this is like round 2, level 2. I liked it a lot.
gotcha. Yeah, I did too. I did as well.
I mean,
So-
this podcast, it's going to be very broken record. It's going to be like, I liked it a lot.
that's a good thing.
I liked it a lot.
A lot.
Okay.
Neat. So let's talk about those samosas. So it was a good sized samosa, and I cut it in half for the two of us. And the outside batter here was thicker than some of the other items, and I really liked it. And I have to say this just because you'll know what I'm talking about, and no one else may. And this is a positive thing.
Okay.
I really wanted some nacho cheese and chili on just this wrapper because it really tasted like one of those deep fried burritos you and I used to have for lunch many, many moons ago.
Ooh,
Just the outside.
I hadn't thought of that.
And it was totally different than that.
You know, if I go back here and get one of those, I'm going to put that mind frame on and see if I agree.
See what I would,
Because I don't think you're wrong.
This was totally nothing. It was not a burrito in any way. Again, a big. It was kind of cool because it was stuffed to the gills with filling in there, and the outside was also a little thicker. So the outside ratio met with the inside ratio well, and is decent. I so y'all know I haven't had a lot of samosas in my day, so I don't have a lot to compare this to. Being that I ate every single thing on this appetizer plate, it was good.
Yeah. This is only my third foray into eating Indian food. So I'm kind of a blundering novice here, but I will go ahead and say that I ate it all. It was delicious. It kind of reminded me of a hummus inside.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Sort of. I'm not sure if I'm making a good
I think
comparative.
you are. I think you are. Some chickpeas in there.
Yeah, it was quite tasty, quite delicious. The textures are what I liked, really enjoyed the most.
Yeah.
The kind of creamy stuffingness
Uh-huh.
thing, and with the crunchy outside.
Yeah.
And the flavors were really good. So
We're doing good here.
knocking it out the park.
And just a little concurrent science, I did find out on the mixed appetizer, though. It comes with and I'm going to probably screw this up here too, but malai or mali sheikh kebab. So that was probably the pieces of tasty meats that we had on there.
Okay,
So
okay.
there you go. All right. So that is the main appetizer. And then
Well, when you eat Indian food, Dave, what do you do?
we eat a lot of food.
But when you order it, what else do you order? It's
Well-
kind of like I'm going here and
Well, you have to have naan.
well, yes, I'm going to get naan and
More naan.
well, that we talked about that after we ate. But
we-
problems arose.
We got two iterations of naan.
We did. We got naan,
Naan.
and then we got the what was the other naan called?
So the other one was the chicken tikka bread, which is chicken with cheese and naan, and it's stuffed. And you know what's funny? I was just talking about the samosa outside being burrito-like.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about what the chicken tikka bread was like. It
Well,
was an Indian quesadilla. Yeah, it really was. So soft pieces of naan or soft naan, then stuffed with chicken and cheese. I don't know. I'm assuming it's a paneer cheese because that's kind of a common cheese that I've experienced at Indian places. So yeah, it was the Indian equivalent of a quesadilla, and naan is wonderful. So yeah. So this is neat for me because this was different. It really, when it comes to the table, it almost looks like a pizza from a distance.
It does.
And so I think it is interesting just on that fact alone. Between the two appetizers, the mixed one and the chicken tikka bread, I did like the mixed appetizer better out of those two. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. How'd you feel?
My only thing was it was the chicken quesadilla here that we had, the Indian chicken quesadilla. I found it a little dry. That was my only problem. I needed something to moisten that up a little bit because
Yeah.
the chicken was a little dry.
It did come with sauce.
It did, but it was
Uh-huh.
just the green sauce again. And I'm
Yes.
like, I took it with the sauce. I'm like, well, this is making it moist. I don't think this actually plays well with what I'm eating here. I mean, I did like eat the rest of it with it
Sure.
because I needed something to moisten that up.
Yeah.
It was a little rough, but
Yeah.
still good, still delicious. I just needed it to be moister.
That's fair.
If that's a thing,
I
moister.
think it is, and this, while the mixed appetizer was impressive in every regard, this did not quite hit the button for me like the mixed appetizer did.
100%.
All right, so there's that little guy. Nothing wrong with it, just not on the level of the mixed appetizer.
Yes.
All right, so we did order
Actual
naan.
food.
Yes.
And then yeah, we
And
got to
then
talk about
naan.
naan.
And then we just ordered some plain naan because you need something to sop up your extra curry, your extra sauce, or just tear and eat.
Yes.
Yes. So the naan came out in its very own naan basket, and it was one whole piece of naan. And
About the size of a 10-inch record.
yes, it was definitely an LP naan, not a 45 naan.
Right.
Yes. So came out nice and warm, chewy edges as it should be, little toasty.
Fluffy,
Yes.
charry, toasty.
And if you want to break bread with your friends on a Faturday, this is great because it comes out in one whole piece, so you guys can just tear at it
Literally
and take pieces. Yes,
Have to break the bread.
yes. And Sam, you did something at the table. So if you haven't caught on by now at episode 40, and we're past that, we don't talk about the meal at the table. It's taboo. It's
golden-
not
it's a
done.
golden rule.
So you get all the freshness of the review at the table
Off
right
of our
here.
heads, right here.
One of those special things that we bring to you is Faturday Omaha. And it's cool because as I'm sitting here listening to Sam, I get to find out what he's thinking and vice versa. And so we're all finding out at the same time. However, there was a rule broken tonight.
I broke rules. Today,
Mm-hmm.
when I reached for that naan and I got my little broken piece of naan or whatever we're saying here,
Yeah.
I ate it and I'm like, man, this might be the best naan I've ever had. So I'm eating it and I go in for another piece, a second fact-finding piece to make sure.
A little non-lit.
Yes, a nonlet to make sure that my analysis in my brain is correct.
Yes.
And I ate it and I was like, Dave,
Yes.
I'm going to have to go ahead and break kayfabe here.
No.
This is the best naan I've ever had.
My goodness.
So chewy, so hot, so fluffy, so
Non.
everything it needs to be.
Yes.
Oh, it's so good. So good. And it was just the plain naan. It's not a butter naan, a garlic naan, or whatever. Just plain old naan.
Naan.
Nom, nom,
Two
nom,
N's,
nom, nom.
2 A's. Delicious.
Yes.
Yes.
Double A delicious.
Double A and double A delicious.
Right.
And so, I so appreciate it when I get naan and it has chewy pieces somewhere, because sometimes it's cooked a little too hard for me and it's just like char, and it's going to have char. So it's usually cooked in the tandoor, like clay oven, whatnot. But this had that right mix of char and not char, and it was just good, man.
Real
So,
good.
yeah. The right, as long as I get some parts that are chewy, non-approved. So
So
this
if you go to the oven,
non-approved.
get some naan.
Get some naan. You have to get naan.
Yeah.
No question. So then we got more food. Yeah.
We got entrees.
Entree.
Finally.
Yes. And the entrees both came with your choice of salad or soup.
You got the soup.
Yes.
I got the salad.
You got the salad. How'd you feel about the salad?
It was green.
Yeah, it was green.
It was green. It was leafy.
It was a salad.
They used the spinach leaves. Not a fan of spinach leaves.
Oh,
Never
I
have
love
been.
spinach. Okay.
Nah,
I got
not
you.
for me. I am old school. Piccolos, Cassios. Give me some iceberg.
Need some
lettuce.
iceberg, maybe some romaine if you're feeling
I
froggy.
love iceberg.
Oh, man.
To me, I feel like I'm eating just rabbit food. But the high point of it though is the lemon dressing that
Yeah?
they use. That was actually really, really, really
Good.
So with the spinach, which is okay, it made that salad a little something extra special because that dressing was out of this world.
I'm really glad because I saw that come to your table, and it's not a huge side, and I was
It's a salad.
But I was like, oh. But see, now the thing is, of course, as we were just talking, I like spinach. I was like, oh, I get something with some actual nutritional value in it that's delicious. That's me. But I was like, oh, I do think I got the better shake on this appetizer. So or
Probably.
on the side dish. So I got the soup. It's the only soup they have in the menu, the mulligatawny soup. Kind of at least a soup that I've encountered at probably every Indian place I've eaten at has that available. It was really good. Had a little rice in the middle of it. You could kind of regulate how much rice you were getting in there. Had a good flavor profile to it. It was good. It was good. I guess, and I haven't had the dressing, but I might vote for the soup if someone were to get a side. That's
If you
just
do
my
want a
vote.
salad, I'll tell you, the lemon salad dressing is really good.
There you go. Well, this is good because I was worried about the salad piece as far as like I was like, oh, it's just gonna be a salad. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. So that means we both thought they were good sides. So sounds like either one's a good choice.
Yeah.
All right. So now that we got past the sides, on to the entree.
The main course.
All right. Should I talk about mine first? You want to know about yours first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
So, after extensively looking the menu over, and I feel that Indian food is, on my third visit, still just scratching the stratosphere of Indian food. I feel like I have a lot more exploring to do to fully understand all this food. But we went to Hyderabad for my first outing, and I had the biryani. I think I had a shrimp biryani.
I believe you did.
Today I got the Mumtaz biryani. Mumtaz biryani has lamb in it, chicken in it, and shrimp as well. So I was getting this round the world dish of meat with the biryani rice, which exciting. Now, for this biryani, it was a bit different. It had some exciting ingredients that really cranked up the wow factor for me. It had cashews in it and raisins.
Yeah.
The biryanis I had before that did not have this. These were A-plus scholar moves. When I got a cashew and a bite full of all those flavors, and it just adds that little bit of earth, that nut, if you will.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. And then, you come across the occasional raisin, and then you just get that little sweet burst in there.
Yeah.
Man, what a treat. Rice was fluffy, delicious. Sauce was on point. Medium type of heat level, right where it was just to the point where it almost became like, I don't want to say too much because it wasn't too much. It was perfect. It was a perfect amount of heat.
That's good.
Unlike Hyderabad, I have to pace myself.
Ooh, you got
I have
some-
to wipe off my nose a few times.
Danger.
By the end of my meal here today, I had the sniffles, but it wasn't at an intolerable level of any shape or form. It was a perfect heat.
That's interesting too, and I thought about that. I didn't think about that till just now. Was that Hyderabad? In some places they'll ask you your spice level. Here we did not. It was just as designed by the chef. So
which was on point.
Nice.
On point. This one, while not as big as Hyderabad's serving bowl of biryani, was still a big bowl. So much so that
you what?
I got leftovers.
Oh,
to-go box.
my.
Oh boy. But it just means I have more delicious for tomorrow.
I was gonna say really there's no loser here. You're the extra winner because you have more for later.
I have extra dinner. But this Mumtaz biryani was so delicious. My only gripe, and I don't know if this was chef error or if this is how it comes in Indian cuisine, and I would probably say chef error because when I had it at Hyderabad, and there's a lot of locals that go there,
It's true.
my shrimp was shelled. The shrimp was not all the way shelled. It
Oh, yeah,
still
the
had its
tail.
tail shell on it.
Huh.
So I couldn't just inhale like my fat self likes to do. I had to eat with precaution. I had to eat with care. Precision eating. I'm not. This is Faturday. I don't want to be precise. I just want to throw it in my face,
Right.
chew it up, and eat it. I had to be very precise. It's very much like when we went to the China Garden and I had to fish out all the bones out of the duck. Yeah, but and maybe I have another gripe. I didn't even think about this. So after I ate all I could eat, and I was pouring what I had left in my to-go container. I still did not see another piece of shrimp. I only saw one shrimp in the whole thing.
Oh, so the balance was not there on the shrimp.
So I don't know if chef error or if they're just stingy with shrimp, but there's the chicken was prevalent and the lamb was prevalent, but I only had one shrimp.
Interesting.
But maybe when I eat it, there's one hiding in there. But still, two shrimp, maybe just only.
Maybe could
two
use a
shrimp.
few more.
But delicious, delicious, delicious. The cashews and the raisin thing just adds a wow factor that I just love. So good. I would recommend it. Just forewarned about the shrimp parts.
There you go.
Because you should just be able to eat shrimp and shove it in your mouth. You shouldn't have to fish. Oh, I mean, would you really want to fish out hot food and peel it?
No. Especially because in a
Biryani's
big rice
hot,
dish,
yeah.
temperature hot and it's buried in there. You shouldn't have to go find it. I totally feel you.
That was my only really big hang up other than the
I gotcha.
lack thereof. But delicious, delicious, delicious. I recommend it.
And how big were those pieces of chicken?
Dave?
Yeah.
So we had niblets.
Yeah.
We had
Morsels.
nuggets. We had morsels.
Yeah.
This is how do I put this? This is double morsel. I can't, I was trying to think of something witty and clever and I couldn't do it.
Yeah. I was gonna.
It was huge.
Yeah.
It was to the point where I couldn't have I was like I want rice, I want some cashews, I want some raisins, and I want a piece of chicken. The chicken said, no, there is only room on the spoon for me. Nothing else can fit. And I'm like, well, if I were to ever eat a piece of chicken, this is the way I'd want to eat it, as much as I can in one single bite. So they are just humongous mouthfuls of chicken. Like the normal Joe would probably cut this in half.
Yeah.
But I'm a professional. I put it all in my mouth and I separate it internally.
Wow.
In my mouth.
That's a double skill there.
Chew one side up, eat that, then chew the other one. I'm part squirrel, I think, maybe.
Oh, okay. Just store some in your cheek while you eat the other part.
Yeah. I don't want this to go to waste.
Yeah, for sure.
But they were ginormous pieces of chicken.
That also explains why you were digging in the backyard burying Hot Pockets the other day.
Well, it's none of your business, actually. None of your business whatsoever. So yeah, it's just really good. I highly recommend it. I'm excited to try other things. I would come back to the Mumtaz biryani any day of the week.
That's man, and you kind of hit it there too. This menu's big. It's front and back, and
Yeah.
there's just stuff, and it's different stuff. So we'll get to a little bit of that in the wrap up. But you got a really good point there. It's like, my gosh, man. So
Dave,
yeah.
what'd you get?
Well, I know it's cliche, but I'm a fan of the chicken tikka masala. It's really good. But I thought, I'm not going to order that. But I didn't stray too far because I got the chicken tikka korma, which is chicken pieces of chicken simmered in a creamy curry and tomato sauce. And I'll tell you, one of the coolest things besides the appetizer coming out with the large lentil cracker on top of it was my dish because it is bright red. And
Bright red.
Bright red. And I love that because especially if you've never had Indian food, and the American perception, I think, is all Indian food is deathly hot and will kill you. And this shows up and it looks deathly hot. If in nature, if animals are scared of things that are red for a reason because they might bite you or attack you or they're hot, this thing would be hot and attack you. It's that red.
It's that red.
Beautiful, beautiful color with just a little bit, I'm guessing, little pieces of like cilantro or some type of little leafy garnish, just for color, right on top. I don't know if the pieces of chicken in here were as big as the ones that you had, Sam, but these were good-sized pieces of chicken. I did cut a few of them in half. I could fit a morsel in my mouth. I just kind of wanted the chicken to last longer, so I cut it in pieces. So you get the you get the chicken tikka korma in a bowl, and you get your rice in a bowl. And good basmati rice or whatever they use, and you put some of that on your plate, and then you spoon some of the chicken and sauce, and I really like this sauce, so I kept spooning more sauce on my plate. I'm like, yeah, I need to get some of this with the rice in there, and then you could take the naan and dip it in the sauce, and there's so many options of deliciousness here. The rice is rice. It's what I need from rice. It's
rice, baby.
Exactly. It's just fine. I really like the chicken tikka korma. The heat level was just fine. The flavor was deep all the way through. The only thing is I wanted some more chicken in here. There were a lot of bites of chicken, and it was a big bowl. I needed a few more, and maybe I'm just having a really hungry day, but that was the only thing is I needed a few more pieces in there. But it was super tasty. I'd absolutely get this again. So between the very similar butter chicken tikka masala, chicken tikka korma, this can definitely go in the chicken tikka and a sauce rotation for me.
Yes.
I definitely, there's the problem is I come back here because I love it so much as far as that type of dish. So my flavor comes back here for this. So I really liked it. Nothing wrong with it except, like I said, I could have used a few more pieces of chicken, but flavor-wise, absolutely awesome. Presentation-wise, it's a striking dish when it comes out. I'd absolutely order it again. It was really good. Just a deep, deep flavor. Complex spices that I don't know enough about to get super deep in there to be a TJ. Oh, they
say, where's
used
TJ at?
Exactly. It's like, we got an empty microphone. Oh, yeah, it was probably this and this and that. I don't know. I just know.
I just put it in my face.
I put it in my face and it was tasty.
Damn right.
That's what I know.
America, baby.
Right? America, Indian style. So,
yeah.
All right. So that was mine. It didn't have as many components as yours, Sam, where you had the raisins and the cashews and 3 meats. Mine was essentially a chicken in a sauce on some rice, and it was good. So I know it's kind of short and sweet, but there it is. It was delicious. I'd absolutely order it again.
Dave?
Yes, Sam.
Tell me about the Fat Life.
Oh, you want to start with the Fat Life?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, okay. Well, my Fat Life on Indian food keeps getting shorter. The more times I eat Indian food, it's like, you want to have Indian food? I had.
I do.
Yeah, absolutely. So as far as the oven goes, I don't think I'd have any problem if somebody wanted to go. If somebody wanted to go like tomorrow, that's fine.
In fact, anybody does want to go tomorrow, just call them.
Just call them.
Call.
Just be like, hey, Dave.
Just put the fat signal up and we'll be over.
As far as on a Faturday, because the problem is the more restaurants we add to our Faturday roster, it's harder to rotate through them. So
yeah,
that's my thing. So I think I'm gonna go 6 weeks on this one. Yeah, 6 weeks to 3 months. I know that's a broad range. I here's the thing. I'll eat here any day during the week. If somebody wants to go, no problem. It needs to be interspersed with all the other delicious things that we eat. And as we have discussed, the Fat Life is really just, when's the next time I want to eat here on
an
a
anecdote,
Saturday?
if you will.
An anecdote. It's not part of the rating scale per se here. And we always talk about Pudgy's Pizza, where it's one of our favorite things in Omaha, but we need like months in between visits because it's so heavy and so big. This is less time here for me because it's lighter. And the other thing is the variety on this menu. I could probably eat something different here every week for the rest of the year if I really tried.
Sure.
So, or at least once a month for sure. So we'll We'll throw 6 weeks on there as my number. How about you?
Okay. 2 months.
All right.
I think it's what you said about Indian food. The more you eat it, the more you want it. Because today, in Faturday land, for me, part of the excitement of Faturday is not knowing where I'm going. And usually I let the pick of where we're going up to my cohort here. Every once in a while, I'll be like, you know what, we should go here. But not that often. And I got in the car today, and I'm like, Dave, where are we going? He says, we're going to the oven. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Well, what's the oven? It's an Indian place. And right then and there, my Indian meter went off. And my brain was like, you know what, Sam, it is time for Indian again. He picked correctly. Yeah, I think it's about 2 months. I'm starting to want it more now that I eat it more often. I've eaten it more time in the last year than I have in my entire life, so
Yes.
it's becoming more frequent. The spices here and deliciousness is something I want to definitely revisit a couple times a year. So I think about 2 months sounds good for me.
Nice. Yeah, I'm in. I know I said 6 weeks, but yeah, I'm kind of in that same boat too. It's tough with the rotation.
Yeah.
I'd kind of eat it again right now. But yeah, so
All right. Well, let's move to some official categories now.
All right.
We're going to talk about our wallets.
yeah.
We're going to talk about taste, and we're going to talk about our tummies. Our wallets, did we get a good value? Our tastes, do we enjoy what we had? Are the flavors here wonderful? And our tummies, did we get good portion sizes? Are we full? Stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So we will start off with our wallets. Today,
Yes. Oh, documentation.
documentation. I ate for 1, 2, 3, 4 people roughly today.
Oh,
Why is that? Because I bought everybody's lunch.
he did
All right.
all of it.
So me and Dave basically ate for, what, 3 people, 2.5 people?
We really kind of did because we've got the mixed appetizer was made for 2,
And then an appetizer after that.
another appetizer which is clearly shareable for 2, and then our main entree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll say for 3. So I bought lots of food today.
You did.
Lots of food.
You did.
For a total of $72.21.
Okay.
I feel okay with this.
Nice.
I feel if I divide that 4 ways,
Uh-huh.
I'm feeling good.
Nice.
I'm feeling real good.
Yeah.
I think everything here is a value. I mean, mine was the most expensive. I had the Mamtaz biryani, excuse me.
Yeah.
$17.95, but I'm getting 3 different meats, a huge helping of things. I couldn't finish it. $20 is about usually where we're at on a Saturday.
That's true.
Plus, we got the half appetizer, the naan. But I had a lot of variety today.
You did.
A lot of variety. And delicious variety.
Yeah.
I really don't see nothing wrong with spoiling yourself every once in a while. This is one of those places you spoil yourself.
That's fair.
If this were a normal Saturday lunch, $38 is a bit ridiculous. Mm-hmm. But we were downtown. We were in the old market.
It's true.
We were ritzy. We were classy. People were massaging our backs. Fans were on us.
That's true, yeah.
We all had highballs.
Yeah. I really
yeah.
appreciate them throwing figs in our mouths from a distance.
Wasn't bad at all. So I'm okay. I'm okay with this. I bought for 3.5, 4 people, $72.21. I'm okay with this.
All right.
I think I got a value here. Dave, how do you feel about your value?
Well, my actual value for the
forgot
amount
your wallet.
I paid today for my wallet.
Yeah.
Strangely, my wallet weighed the exact same thing going in and out.
Huh.
Yeah, so I'm great on that. If you want my quick synopsis on the
if you want.
on the pricing a little bit there. So my dish was cheaper. My dish was $14.95. So that was the main dish and a soup, which is a little bit different than that I've gotten elsewhere where I just get the main dish. I feel it's just maybe just a hair much. I don't know, but just ever so slightly at $14.95.
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm also saying this is like good.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, the ambiance, we're in the old market. There was nothing wrong with a $14.95 price in the old market, especially with the soup. I guess where I'm at, you know what? I'm going to say in my perfect world where I think it should be, even in the old market, I think I want like $2.
Okay.
$2. I want like $12.95. But $14.95 is not outrageous in any way. And the $9 for that half appetizer thing was a good value. That was a solid appetizer.
Legit.
No question there. So I guess if I'm going to rate it on my own, it's probably one of those, uppercase decent type things. I'm not mad at $14.95.
I will
It's
say
just
decent
a
as
little
well. I didn't give it my official stamp. Decent's fine.
decent. I think that's where I'm at. Is I will go decent too. I did a little quick searching on what a biryani or chicken tikka would cost at Hyderabad, and this is a little bit more pricey. It was also really good. So there you go. I'll go decent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me about your taste buds, Dave. Were your taste buds happy today?
Sam, what's that thing that you back up from the microphone every once in a while and you yell into the air and make a large sound about a taste?
I do that from now.
Could you do that
no,
for
no.
me?
You need to do that.
You need me to do that?
You need to do that.
I think the flavor here was like, whoa! It was real good. I really like the flavor here. It was just Indian food is delicious. And first of all, if any Indian place anywhere serves you bland food, you're in the wrong spot.
Whoa.
But everything on that appetizer plate was delicious. Everything was flavorful. Nothing was bland. There were so many different things happening. The curry was good. The chicken was good. It was good. So what is TJ is like 2 thumbs way up or whatever. Thumbs up, man. This is delicious food. Nothing wrong with anything. I think the chicken tikka bread was probably the low point of the meal for me.
Which is sad because it's it's chicken and it's cheese.
Right. It's really interesting. I guess I think my expectations were built up more for it,
I think so too.
and maybe that's where I'm at. But absolutely delicious. No problem with anything here.
Dave, what did I do right before I went to the microphone?
I think you were preparing or possibly sniffing your own hands.
I was smelling my hands. Why? Because I can smell my biryani still on my fingers. What's the taste like here? The taste is fats up, kids. Fats all the way up. There's a reason why I like Indian food. It is deep flavors, delicious flavors, spice profiles, hot food. I don't mean like hot burn your tongue. Hot like my food always comes out almost turbo hot every time. It's like they cook it right off the grill, put it on a plate, and run it right out. I don't think it ever sits. It's always just hot and fresh and ready to go.
Yeah, everything was hot.
And I just can't emphasize the deep flavors here. It's just so good. I don't really have much more to add than that, but fats up all day.
Nice.
All day.
It was tasty. But did you like it?
I liked it. It was pretty good.
Right?
It was pretty good.
And by that we mean awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super tasty.
All right. So last category we've got here is how do we feel about our tummies? Are we full? Are we satiated? Are we satisfied with what we've done here today?
Yeah.
Dave,
Yes.
I have a problem today.
Yes, Sam.
I had a stabby pain
Oh my.
underneath my rib.
We need to come up with a name for that.
Stabby pain underneath my rib is what it's called. I ate a lot today. A lot.
And the to-go box.
To-go box.
Uh-huh.
We're definitely in Hurt Town today,
Oh,
folks. We had a basement apartment in Hurt Town. The water's leaking. The radiator's on fire. My cat's missing. I just lost my job and I'm stuck in
man.
Hurt Town. Whew. We're fats up here. I am so full. I brought stuff home. That doesn't happen that often. I think I can only remember one other time. And what was that? Biryani.
Yeah.
It was the other biryani. So yeah, fats up, way up.
All right. So I'm hungry. The mixed appetizer from a full factor perspective, that thing delivered. There was a lot of stuff on that thing. The chicken tikka korma, there was enough sauce. Like I kind of said in my initial thing, I needed some more chicken. There was plenty of rice. I could just be having a really hungry day.
Should have let you have some of my chicken.
Maybe so. And I mean, biryani is filling because there's so much rice anyway too. It's a big dish, and you had a lot more meat, I think, in yours.
Oh yeah.
Than mine. So I'm trending decent to thumbs down. I don't want to say thumbs down because all the portions were big. I got a big cereal bowl of stuff. So I'm going to go decent on this for me Could just be me having a hungry day because
You had to wait till Sunday to eat Faturday.
maybe that was it built up too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I could totally go for ice cream right now. It'd be fine. And I don't know if you saw me on.
I mean,
that
we would have
bowl.
stopped at Brownie Bar if they were open. You know,
True.
shout out to Brownie Bar. We would have stopped just because that science needs to happen. But I get you. I get you.
Yeah, and if you noticed, I was like cleaning the bowl out, like scraping that sucker.
I don't know if you noticed, but I licked my utensils. So you
Did you?
So
So,
delicious.
so I guess I'll go decent. I don't think, it wasn't a chintzy amount at all, especially on the appetizer plate. I just need a little more today.
All right, fair enough. Well, let's wrap this sucker up.
Let's do it.
Let's put it in a non-pocket and let's talk about
Yeah.
our Frampton scale. Dave, tell them about the Frampton.
Well, the Frampton scale is the official Faturday Omaha rating scale on how much we would like to come back here for a Faturday. Being anywhere on this scale is a good thing. The scale ranges from 0 to 5 in half steps only. So again, being anywhere on here, even at a 0.5, is a good thing. It's like a Michelin star for your restaurant, a badge of honor. There's plenty of places that we would eat at during the week.
Spaghetti Works,
There you go. Newark, San Luis.
NYP.
There you go. I would eat there during the week all the time. They're not on the Faturday scale, but they're delicious. So these are extra, extra special places. And many, many podcasts ago, Sam, you came up with a little extra salt seasoning on here
A little
that
hook.
really weighs into my rating
We had
here.
to drive it home.
Yeah, and tell me about that, please.
Well, Dave, the way I like to break it down is on my Faturday ranking. Is this someplace I would bring somebody who doesn't live in Omaha? Is this someplace I would brag about if I went out of town? Is this someplace I would snatch someone's physical being and said, man, you have got to eat here? This is a place unlike anything you've ever had before. Or it's definitely on a scale of something that you have had before, but the best version. There's just something here that you got to try, something that I want to show off for Omaha. It's just that little something, that it factor. Mm-hmm. So yeah, all right. You're the Indian master, so I'm going to go first. I'm not the
Oh.
Indian. I am not the Indian food master.
Oh my.
Dave, I don't know what I gave biryani or Hyderabad.
Yeah,
I don't recall. We could look up the history.
we could.
I'm going to say this place gets a 2. I don't know if I rate Hyderabad above it. If I did, I would like to knock Hyderabad right underneath it. This is my new favorite Indian spot. The only thing that stops me from giving it something higher, I want ambiance.
Oh,
I want the elephant in the room to bring me my food.
an actual elephant.
I want tigers. I want carpets,
flying.
flying carpets. I want sand. I want jewels.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm trying to get here, ladies and gentlemen, is I want some more decor. I want some more ambiance. While I did like the down-tempo hip-hop that was playing over
The music was good.
the music or over our dinner, it took me out of my element. I want the full experience. I want the full nacho. I want everything. That would bring it up to a 3 or a 4 in my opinion. But everything else, delicious. And let me go ahead and say, they had iced tea.
Case closed. Boom. My goodness. Well, I'm in the same neighborhood that you are here, and I think, gonna have to go with a 2.5.
All right.
I had a 3 in my head, but my hunger factor is sitting there.
Knocked it down.
It did, but this is just my personal meal today. Could just be me. I could be extra hungry Dave today. It's like, extra tasty, crispy.
Do you need a Snickers or what?
I might. I may not be myself. So the thing is flavor wise though, this is delicious. I liked the ambiance. I think because I would, take somebody here on a date night or whatever would be cool. Is this the casual lunch spot? No, I think Hyderabad is maybe more along those lines. This is like a little upper class. But I see what you're saying, Sam, as far as that goes. The thing is this menu's huge.
It is a big menu.
It's gigantic. I don't even know what I'm getting into yet. I haven't tried the biryani here yet. That might totally fill me up. It probably would, because it fills you up. I know it'll fill me up. So I'm going to go 2.5. It's a very solid rating. So this is a positive thing. So if you're the chef for this restaurant, you're listening to this, remember, even a 0.5 is good. 2.5 is solid. It's tasty. I love it. I would bring someone here. I would recommend it to someone.
I would too.
absolutely. I would go here on a Faturday, which is the big check mark there.
Yep.
And I would, if we have any Faturday compatriots, TJ's not with us today. I know he's been here before. I have a feeling he would have no problem going back here. It was delicious. I have no problems with the flavors. That mixed appetizer is a good value. I would come back. No problem. So a good, happy 2.5 for me.
All right. Well, so there it is.
There it is.
That's the oven.
That's the oven.
With food inside.
We told everyone about the oven with food inside.
Yeah. I would also like to say shout out to Andrew, my server.
Oh.
Iced tea game was on point all day.
We didn't talk about that the whole time.
That's okay.
Our waiter was great.
Thanks, Andrew.
He was super positive, and you didn't run out of iced tea. Like, he was on it and then some. And then I had water today, as I usually do. He brought the carafe to the table, which is +1. Then the carafe was getting low. My glass was never empty. He's like, here's a new carafe. I'm like, oh, so big points. Was positive, ready to help us on the menu, told us about a few things, and awesome. So good call. Good shout out.
I'm Sam.
I'm Dave.
It's been Faturday Omaha.
It has.
Eat this.
And share this podcast with someone who's hungry.
Shout out to Andrew.
Oh, yeah. Bye-bye.
Faturday Omaha.
Eat this.